So as y'all know, I did end up talking about pretty much every single showcase event in all of the Forza Horizon games. I went through 4, 3, 2, and also I did end up playing Forza Horizon 5. So I was like, you know what, let me go and do this again for Forza Horizon 1 because obviously we're coming up to Forza Horizon 6 next month. So I did want to go back and kind of experience each Forza game. And so far, guys, going through and doing all the showcase events and kind of playing each game really has been a pretty insane experience, I gotta admit. It's been a lot of fun. And going through and kind of seeing how these showcase events have evolved, but also how they kind of really did this from the beginning is honestly really cool. I do like how they took like an approach of a crazy fast energy type of race and just threw it in there. Now we do know in Forza Horizon 6 this is changing a bit on how they will end up having only two of them, then obviously the Horizon Rush events, which, you know what, maybe it's not a bad time for a change there. But one thing that really did surprise me here with Forza Horizon 1 is simply down to the fact that this game had 10 of these, but they also took a different approach in this game as well that I did not notice in the other Horizon games, simply down to the fact that you will, yes, have something like a plane race or a biplane race, like a Mustang versus a Mustang, right? You'll race something like the hot air balloons again, but the difference in this game, though, instead of racing against something like different types of planes, you will also have to do manufactured type of races. For example, the Peugeot, which was very cool how you had to race that, or something like the Mini Cooper. And one of them I also noticed was the Fiat Abarth as well. I don't know if I said that right, but you are probably getting the idea that they also threw in three of these or even four of them on top of the main showcase races. We had to race something like a Lamborghini versus a biplane, or even something like an Aston Martin 177, which you pretty much race against a helicopter, similar to the Corvette, which you guys will see in the background right now, to where you have to race a helicopter in the Corvette C6. That, for some odd reason, did bring me back to MX Unleashed because I remember racing the helicopter on there and just completely getting destroyed for a while trying to beat that. But one thing I did like, though, is how they kind of mix these together in this game. I do understand that the Horizon Showcase events in Forza Horizon 1 are pretty much just planes and also the helicopter. There's nothing else in there like a train or anything insane like that, or, like a crazy blimp like we saw in Forza Horizon 3, right? Like, you didn't see anything like that going on, but it's also kind of the parts of maybe they were kind of experimenting a little bit, seeing what they could do. I did kind of laugh seeing the hot air balloons, as I do remember seeing that in the other Forza game as well. So when I saw this in Forza Horizon 1, I'm like, oh yeah, we got the hot air balloons. That was a little bit different. And then you obviously have to race a biplane, a regular plane, the Mustang with the Mustang, and then also the helicopters and all that. So a lot of people are like, I mean, Blocked, it's basically just, a bunch of plane racing the helicopters, which honestly they did obviously have a good amount of those. But I have to admit, though, they were still really fun, kind of going through different parts of the map and showcasing how the, airplanes looked, how they made the camera shake and kind of like everything shake when they flew by you with the smoke coming out of them. I thought that was still pretty dope. I did like the overall detail of it. And going all the way back now and playing Forza Horizon 1 and checking out these showcases, going to 2, 3, and 4, going through all of those guys, I do think the overall showcase event design is honestly pretty dope. But I have to be real, though, with what they are doing with Forza Horizon 6, getting rid of a lot of these showcase events instead of having, let's say, 5, there's obviously 2 now. You know what? I'm going to be real and say that maybe that's actually a good idea, bro. Maybe it's a good idea to change it up and try to do something a little bit different with having the Horizon Rush events in there, because that way you might want to try those more, or it won't be the same as seeing another plane or like a big cargo plane or something like that, or seeing something that you've seen in the previous Horizon games that many players are probably pretty familiar with, and they may not want to see another one of those pop up. So you know what, I gotta admit, I think that is a great idea. And then obviously in 6, instead of racing a plane, I'm guessing we'll probably have to race that bullet train thing. I think that's one of them. And then we're also racing that gigantic robot mech looking thing, which is probably going to be a wild showcase. Now, there's a lot of them really interesting in Forza Horizon 1. I mean, honestly, the biggest thing I thought about with it was I did like the way the plane detail was, how they raced against you, kind of brought me again back to MX Unleashed. But I also like the fact that all 10 of these showcase events in this game, even the manufacturer ones, always got you the car afterwards. But y'all know what, though? It was kind of dope. Like, yes, do not get me wrong, racing the planes and racing a blimp or a big cargo plane or a jet or a big plane that wasn't Forza Horizon 4, the Vulcan. It was kind of like the car. It is really dope racing that stuff, but it's also kind of cool seeing a showcase, because it's obviously a showcase to that vehicle. And y'all know what's funny, though, is I will also put this out there that I did enjoy the fact that they kind of took a different approach with these showcase events in this game, having real manufactured races in there. What I mean by that is simply down to the fact that you drive a specific car, like let's say the Peugeot. Every other racer's in the same car. You race in that, you win the race, and you get the vehicle. Even if it's something like a regular, like Mini Cooper or like an older one, you're still racing that car against all the other vehicles, which is, in return, a showcase of that said car. Once you win it, you do get it. I feel like that was a pretty cool mix-up having like 4 of those in this game. It's something I did kind of enjoy inside of going through all the like the plane race with the Lamborghini and the Ferrari and the Corvette, and then racing the helicopter with the Aston Martin 177. This was kind of a cool thing, seeing a mix of something else in there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a good way to do it. And also now here in Forza Horizon 6, obviously when it does launch, you only have the 2 showcases in there. So I'm really interested to know what y'all think about this, as going through every single Forza Horizon game, guys, I have genuinely enjoyed every single showcase event. But as I did say before, I think having a different approach, for example, the manufacturer type of races, having that one car in there, maybe having a tournament tied to it that's a showcase of that vehicle or something, is still a really cool idea. Then once you end up beating that, you get the said car, then have the crazy, racing a mech, but also the new game having the Horizon Rush type of events. I think that's really dope to throw something different in there, as everybody's tired of, oh, it's the same game as the last one. It's the same thing as before. It's the same. You know what I mean? Now they are really taking different approaches, going, okay, well, you know what? Let's not do 5 showcase races. Let's do 2 of them. Let's add a new type of race in there that you can also replay it and still have fun in that aspect. I mean, I think that's a dope design. Well, what's kind of funny is somebody was like, man, I liked having 5 showcase races. And what I did laugh at to myself with that is when I saw that comment, I'm like, well, a lot of people are complaining how we have too much of that or this, and they changed something, and then people want to go back to it, complaining about something being changed. Bro, like, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? If we got rid of all the plane races that were in Forza Horizon 1 or something, I bet players might be like, yo, what if we got to race a plane in a showcase race? And they're like, well, about that. It's just kind of funny going through each game and seeing that, and then now seeing the changes with Forza Horizon 6 that are coming, which is obviously along the lines of something a lot of players have been, looking for. I really do think, guys, a lot of this is super positive in a lot of great ways. And going through Forza Horizon 1 and experience every single game like this, doing all the showcase races, it makes me super excited to see what they do in 6. I honestly can't wait to race that mech. That will probably be wild, and it's most likely in the Toyota, at least from what they did end up showing. Do let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. And speaking of showcase races, by the way, which one out of every single Forza Horizon game is your favorite and why? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be real here and say I think one of mine, easily top 2 right now. I'd have to go through and look at all of them, but I could easily pick the big blimp that was in Forza Horizon 3, dude. That was super dope. I really enjoyed that one. And then the other 2 I would say for me that I really do think about is the snow train race that was in Forza Horizon 4. That one was so dope in the Aerial Nomad. And then finally, guys, the big cargo plane that was in Forza Horizon 2 in the rain. That one was so dang awesome. It kind of just sticks with you, you know what I'm saying? Do let me know which of the showcase races are your favorite and why in the comments below. And I'm really looking forward to checking out what Forza Horizon 6 does with the Horizon Rush events and the showcase races in that game.